Good evening, fellow creeps. For tonight's story, they say the sea keeps its secrets, but sometimes it sends something back. In 2003, a group of friends camped on a quiet shores of Telok Gong, Melaka, expecting laughter, late-night barbecue, and carefree memories. But when one of them returned from a prayer, different, silent, and something's off. What began as a simple beach trip spiraled into a night of possession, paranormal rage, and a chilling encounter with something that did not belong to this world. Was it the spirit, a guardian, or a grieving soul from the deep? Tonight, we unravel the terrifying truth of the thing that came from the sea. Before we go to the story, if you have yet to do so, please help me subscribe, leave a nice words in the comment section, and if you've done all that, now let's get on to the story.
This is Creepy with Coffee.
Well, this incident happened back in 2003, an experience I will never forget. Some of my friends had asked me to keep this event private. Well, for safety reasons, of course. I'm not trying to stir anything up, but I believe it's important for all of us to always mind our manners and behavior, especially when we are in unfamiliar places. It was around the time of the general election break in 2003. At the last minute, we decided to go camping by the beach at Telok Gong, Melaka. Our plan was simple: have a picnic, camp overnight, and just have a good time with all our friends. But only the guys would be staying the night. The girls were told to return home. Well, everybody agreed that it is not proper. While we were there, we had an amazing time playing with each other, chit-chatting, and, well, after all, we are a bunch of close friends. Prayers? Well, truthfully, we were negligent and forgetful. Forgive us, oh God. Among us, there was one friend who always made sure to pray. He would walk over to the nearby surau. I believe it was Surau Sungai Tuang. When Maghrib approached, we began setting up for a barbecue. We got the fire going, and a few of us went to the nearby town to buy cordial syrup and some bottled soft drinks. In the middle of our barbecue session, someone asked, "Hey, where's our prayerful friend?" I assumed he was probably performing Ishak prayer since it was already around 9 p.m. All the girls had left earlier, around 6 something. The horizon across the ocean was lit with continuous flashes of lightning. Looked like a storm was rolling in. Everyone else was still enjoying themselves, eating, drinking, chatting, and laughing. And suddenly, the friend we thought was still praying returned to the campsite. I invited him to eat, but he just smiled and remained silent. Another friend asked him for the password. You see, we had agreed on the password earlier on in case something else tried to join us. Better safe than sorry when you were camping in the unknown. He asked for the password. Kain. He is supposed to answer Batet. But when my friend asked Kain, he gave no reply. Just that same silent smile. But something is eerie about his smile. My friend asked again and again. This is not his real name, just for the context of the story. Ismail. Kain. Kain. Ismail. Kain. But my friend Ismail just turned away and slowly walked off. We all looked at each other. Some of us were staring intently now. A few were pale. There were around 10 of us altogether. One of us reached out and patted his shoulder, but he brushed it off harshly. And someone turned and said, "Bro, that's not him." "What? And who's that?" I asked myself the same question. 4 of our guys stepped forward to try and restrain him, but shockingly, despite their size and strength, they struggled to hold him back. The strength of this person, this smile, wasn't normal, and that's when a voice emerged, a voice that made their hair stand on everybody's neck. I believe so. It was rough, deep, and terrifying, the exact opposite of our friend's usual calm, soft voice. At that moment, we were sure something had possessed him. And just then, a storm hit. It was raining, it was lightning. While we were still trying to calm him down, we noticed he was subtly guiding us towards the waterline. The waves that night were raging. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. I screamed out to everybody, "Guys, he's trying to lead us to the sea." And suddenly, he said,
"Shut up. He killed my lover."
I was frozen. I didn't understand. One of our friends took the initiative and called out Azan. And just like that, our friend collapsed unconscious. We quickly carried him to the nearby surau. It was then 10:40 p.m. We flagged down a few passing motorcyclists, locals, maybe some drifters. But thank you to those brothers who helped us that night. We asked if they knew anyone who could help treat someone who was possessed. We put our friend in the car. He was silent, but eyes wide open, not blinking. From time to time, he would glance towards the sea. The storm eventually passed. We brought him to a spiritual healer that same night. I asked the man how this could have happened. Well, the elder said my friend could have violated a taboo or committed some kind of offense. He explained that supernatural entities can take many forms, and if you are in a place with dark history, it's crucial to watch your language and behavior. They may be guardians. Well, not all of Allah's creation are human after all. Then the elder told us that the entity possessing our friend was a female spirit, and that she was furious, seeking revenge because her husband or partner or lover was murdered. He also said that the sea spirits are often the most difficult to remove. Alhamdulillah, our friend eventually regained consciousness, but he remembered nothing except for one. He recalled killing a centipede on his way back from Maghrib prayer. I was stunned. That meant he had likely been possessed for hours. That same night, the elder advised us to leave the beach before midnight. Well, when we left, it was already 20 minutes to midnight. The plan to camp overnight, obviously cancelled. Thankfully, we ended up crashing at a friend's house, which is not too far off. Just as we were finally drifting off to sleep, our friend, the one who had been possessed, told us his body ached. It's just some pain that he couldn't explain. We figured it was the after effect of being in a trance. But over the next few weeks, something else happened. He began to experience numbness in his left arm. He went to several doctors, but they all said there was nothing physically wrong. So he turned to alternative treatments. Out of respect for others involved, I'll skip that few details. But unfortunately, in the end, my friend's left arm became paralyzed. Someone later told us that was the same arm he used to kill the centipede by the beach. Well, that's for tonight's story. Some stories stay with you forever, not because of what you saw, but because of what you have felt. That unseen presence, that unshakable dread. On the beach in Telok, Gong, Melaka, a centipede was crushed, and in return, something crushed back. Whether you're in the forest, the mountain, or by the sea, remember this: not every place welcomes you. And not every smile is human. Now, fellow creeps, until the next time, keep your coffee hot and your lights out.